Andy.
How's it going?
Good. When you look over this San Francisco defense, what stands out to you as far as how you have to approach the game?
This is a good defense, and they've been good for a while. They've got a lot of really good players, and so for us, we just got to be prepared for everything they're going to throw at us. It's a team that knows what they're doing. I feel like these guys have been in the system and understand exactly how to play it. So for us, we got to make sure that we're communicating well and we're able to execute what we're trying to do offensively.
Andy, how savvy of a route runner is CD? And have you been around a rookie receiver that's been like that? Obviously, you and AJ came in at the same time, but how savvy is he for a young guy?
He's got such a great feel for the game. And, I think for him, he understands how to run routes, how to get open. And for him to realize that and to be so talented at that early on, it's going to be just all the more he's playing, the more experience that he's going to be getting, the better it's going to get. But for him to have the foundation that he already has right now and to see what he can do, he's a special player.
Is it just a feel, or does he have some nuances for how to position himself and some things to do that's ahead of what you would expect for a rookie?
For sure. I say it's a feel. I think it just, for him to know how to do this stuff, and it just comes natural to him. I think that's something that you can't always teach it. Some people just have it, and he's one of those guys that just has it.
Andy, what would it mean to this team to get consecutive wins for the first time all season?
Be big. For us to get the win this past week, we want to carry that momentum into this week. And, there's 3 games left. We want to win them all. And so our focus is this week and to, like I said, carrying that momentum from our win this past week to get a win this week.
This was a game that was scheduled for Sunday night, and was flexed to noon. Is that disappointing, discouraging in any way? How do you have any feelings about that at all?
I think for us, it doesn't matter when we play. All that matters is we're doing everything we can to win. And so, if it's noon, if it's at night, whatever time it is, we'll be ready to go.
That being said, when you were in Cincinnati, was the primetime spot something you guys always looked forward to? And certainly Dallas had a history where they would get it a lot more than Cincinnati and some other teams around the league. Just how is that time slot viewed overall?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely it's happened a lot more here in Dallas than when I was in Cincinnati. And so, you look forward to those games. But like I said, it doesn't matter what time you play. You got to be prepared and got to be ready to go.
I might be wrong about this, but this could be the first time the same offensive line has started 3 weeks in a row. How stunning is that when you think of how important continuity is up front for the line?
Yeah, I think that's big. I think teams and offenses that are really good, there's a lot of consistency up front, and so for us to, get that for 3 weeks now is big. I feel like we've communicated really well. These guys have worked really well together, and so. I'm glad to have that same group out there.
Andy, Zeke's production and yardage is down pretty significantly from his previous seasons to this year. What are some of the ways that he impacts the team on the field that don't show up in the stat line?
Zeke's good in all phases. It's not just the run game. From a protection standpoint, he's really good. In pass game, he can catch the ball. He can do a lot. So. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that he brings that it's not always showing up in the rushing stats.
How much are y'all talking when you're on the field, the line of scrimmage about the protection, or is he helping you call things out?
It just comes down to communication with everybody, making sure everybody's on the same page, from the line to the backs to the receivers, knowing when we're hot and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of communication that goes on out there.
What did you know about Dalton Schultz before showing up here?
I didn't know much. I knew that he his first name was my last name. That's about it. So, but for Dalton to have the depth that we've had at tight end has been huge. For Dalton to be behind Blake Jarwin to start the year, and then for him to step into the role, it's really important to him. And for him to fill that role going in, being the starting tight end is we're fortunate to have a guy like him. He's a guy that studies hard. He's really smart. He understands everything that we're trying to do, and thankful that we've got a guy like that.
How do you describe him as a receiver?
He's reliable. I think you put the ball around him. He's got good hands. He makes tough catches, and he's always in the right spot. So he's a guy that you can trust out there.
If you and the defense have a game like it had against Cincinnati, how helpful is that for y'all from a momentum standpoint and a field position standpoint?
Oh, it's big. I mean, to get the turnovers early in that game and to have the lead early in that game, I mean, that changes the way that you play and the way that just the whole feel of the game. And so our defense played really well against Cincinnati, and I expect to carry that over this week.
What have you learned about Kellen Moore over the last 6-7 weeks?
He's been resilient. I think just with everything that's gone on, he's been able to adjust to. Playing 4 quarterbacks this year. He's been able to adjust some different guys being in the lineup, and has given us great opportunities out there. So Kellen's done a great job this year, and it's been a lot of fun for me to get to work with him.
How open is he to others' ideas during the week?
Yeah, there's a lot of back and forth, and whether it be with coaches, whether it be with thoughts that I have, or just different things. And so I think that's what's been a lot of fun, is just just be able to talk throughout the game, and to see adjustments that go on, and just how we're able to adapt going into a lot of this stuff. So it's been a lot of fun to work with him.
Does he do a good job of pulling all that together? Because like you say, you're giving thoughts, and I'm sure Mike shares thoughts, and everyone has something to say. Does he do a good job of kind of reducing it all down, pulling it together, and presenting it quickly, I guess?
For sure. I think that's one of the things that he's done a really good job of, is he's taken everybody's ideas and taken everything, and he gets it narrowed down to what we all like. And so I think that's all part of it, and especially being the play caller.
From his job, what would be more daunting? Would it be game planning with 4 different quarterbacks, or all the changes that have gone on in the offensive line?
I mean, it's all different. I think that's the thing, from just different experience levels and different guys up front. I mean, there's a lot of different things that go into all of that.
Andy, where do you think this team has best responded to adversity this season?
Yeah, I think there's to be where we're at in the season, and to I think just playing the way we did last week was big. And there's for us 3 weeks left. We're trying to make the most of it. We want to put our best football forward, and do everything we can to win. And I think that's just kind of the attitude and the mindset that this team has.